And now you can hear his men charging. And here comes the final volleys. Look at that. That took out quite a few of them. Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I'm bringing you some Napoleon Total War multiplayer. This is a 2 versus 2. My ally here is Agony Prussian Prince, and our opponents are Chriseb and Howling Man, Howlinge Man, 500, whatever. But that's his name there. You guys can see that. As I said, this is on the Homestead map. Chriseb on the other team. We were sitting there for a while, and no one would join, so he, when I invited him, was willing to join. One of the guys I play with a lot, and Prussian Prince, this was, we were talking some, and this was our first time playing together, and happened to be in Napoleon here. And I've actually got a lot of stuff to do, so that is why you guys are getting Napoleon, which I guess a lot of you wanted anyways, because I was like, well, I need to upload some multiplayer again. Don't really have time to go play some battles. And I remembered this, so this is like maybe 2 months ago. It's from around Christmas time, a while back, I believe over that break. But let us see here. My army, as France, have got 3 chasseurs and 2 voltigeurs. Looks like 2 Old Guard, Swiss Foot, Polish Legion. I know I've got several of them, a Guard Seaman, Polish Legion. So 4 of them, 1 Swiss Foot for my cavalry, Polish Guard Lancer, General, and these guys, Dutch Guard Lancer there. And Prussian Prince is playing as Russia. Looks like he's got 4 Jaeger units. One of them is an elite unit. He's got a 20-pounder unicorn. I believe I missed an artillery piece. Yep, I have a 6-inch howitzer. And for his cavalry, he's got 2 Uhlans. Make that 4. Several musketeers. 1 Moscow musketeer. And some lifeguard foot. 3 of them. And that is his army. And at the beginning of this battle, obviously Chris is going to be out in front of me here. Prussian Prince is going to send like 2 units over here onto Chris's flank, but I will point that out when it happens. We're going to speed this up until the battle commences. Yeah, deployment phase, fun. I actually do like that it shows it in the replays, though. We'll let us move forward for a second, figuring out where everyone's going. Okay, there you go, and of course, Prussian Prince's artillery, being the unicorns, getting the first shot here. Looks like only killing 1 poor soul. And there he lies. Yeah, but this map, this is always an interesting map to fight on, because there's never one area where you can get the full advantage. It's very split up, lots of hills, lots of stuff blocking you from lining up, like these logs. You know, they mess up your deployment and the rocks and that kind of stuff. And over here, I was expecting him to contest for this hill, so you can see I have some units coming here. But there's going to be nothing there, but that's actually going to help me because these guys are going to be able to swing over and around. And I believe I pull off these skirmishers, the chasseurs here, pretty soon. Can't quite remember, though. I'm almost certain I do, because, yeah, there they go, right there. Because I let these guys run around the back flank, and you can see I'm just setting up men in the center here. Prussian Prince's artillery firing. Very pretty there, throwing Chris's Prussian troops all over the place. Poor guys. Although they died for a good cause, which is hopefully our victory. And let's see, where am I hearing charges? Yep, over here. Cav charge by Prussian Prince into these Lightfoot of Britain. Fairly successful so far. Already routed 1 skirmish unit, which is good. And looks like the rest of these guys are going to get caught. And he is moving up very aggressively to halt this British advance. These guys are advancing in a very blocky formation very quickly. And here comes the British cavalry in retaliation. You can see more of his troops moving up on the side here. And his cavalry now has pretty much been sacrificed. It's going to get caught by all this cav, but that allowed him to move up all of his troops and they now are in firing range. As you can see, these men getting shot up. So we'll go back over here for a second. Let's see. Yeah, these two units, I was right, these two lifeguards are going to come on to the flank here, mainly because these units moving over, and they are going to start fighting with Prussia a little bit here, and pretty soon I'm going to start moving up. You can see I'm going to send these guys just back around this way, around like so, behind the main Prussian line. My side was a lot more slow in opening up. No quick cav charges or any of that stuff. Look at this. This is just kind of a giant mosh pit here at the moment of cavalry. So first his cavalry charged. Now the British cavalry coming back. Although hitting squares and not getting the rifles, it would seem. There's still a little bit of Uhlans left. You can see all the British troops here once again still in that very blocky formation. These poor guys. Okay, guys, I am back. For some reason, my game decided to just randomly exit, and I like what I had. So we're just going to restart here from this point. British cav still going on there, and I was talking about these few guys who have now died. I'm a second later. The escapees over here. I was just remarking on how it kind of sucks that they were running right here and just getting shot because they were unsupported. Sucky kind of situation there if it were real. And over here, you can see some fighting starting up. Some of Prussian Prince's lifeguards fighting. And I am in a skirmish right now. The Prussian Fusilier. My artillery is now ready to fire. I'm bringing up my support guard units. I've got the 2 old guard here, all my skirmishers firing, and I've got my units running around back behind them. Chris here has still got all of his cavalry, and that's going to start moving soon. You can still see this fight going on. Britain, as I've stated several times, just in kind of a blocky formation, which it might have helped him had he spread out. He could have easily overwhelmed these flanks, especially considering some of Prussian Prince's units are over here helping out with Prussia. You can see all this going on. These guys are about to get shot at from the flank, and although it's downhill, still just not a good situation. Now the British moving some more. They've still got a little bit of cavalry. And these guys are now starting to get mowed down. And I believe, yep, here it is. Here is the massive cav charge by Prussia. What I did is I took my Dutch Guard Lancers and I hit some of these rifle units a little bit, lost a few men, and he returned with his cavalry, which we now have trapped in these squares, and my other cavalry unit of Polish Guard Lancers is going to come in, and that's going to pretty much finish off the Prussian cavalry there. And now in the center, I'm going to start my larger attack by moving up the rest of my lines, and I have these wonderful old guard troops as a reserve. My general's there, ready to move anywhere he is needed. Here comes even more Prussian cavalry. I'm going to block them with my cavalry there. And these Dutch Guard Lancers are going to come join in from the back. Trap those guys in. And I am moving my old guard over here as these men are depleted from that charge. Just kind of worried that these guys might push through. You can see these lifeguards doing just fine against these Prussian units. And over here, this battle still going on, although pretty soon, in case I miss it, Prussian Prince is going to withdraw, just because of the fact that with some of his forces over there, he just doesn't have enough to overpower all of these British troops. And now you can see with these advances on the right, he's starting to lose some ground there. He's got nothing but skirmishers here, so any charge from these foot units would be devastating. Back here, these musketeers are doing fine against these King's German Legion foot, though. And over here, you can see now I have a full line of battle. These guys, Old Guard here, lined up, getting ready to fire in. And this is where it really helped me to have some guys in the back. I'm keeping these foot guards out of the battle and this Silesian Schützen unit. Probably butchered that name, but these guys here, they can't out-skirmish that unit, obviously, and a foot guard is really, really dangerous. And right now, with these two, I would actually probably lose this gunfight. But because these guys are back here, they're just holding these units away from the battle and allowing my attack to go. And at this point, he's pulling those foot guards away. I am going to charge in my Polish Legion, quickly knock out these skirmishing units. And over here, because those units were occupied, I'm able to overtake this flank. You can see all the smoke from the battle. Up here, we've just got to better position this ridge. And over here, where all this cavalry fighting went on, my men with the support of the Old Guard here, which actually wasn't needed. They didn't even fire. Push through there. You can see these units in the back. I'm just going to melee charge this skirmishing unit rather than trying to get into a fight with its gunfight there, because I can easily overpower it in melee. You can see these foot guards making their last stand, shooting at my Old Guard, but it's not going to be enough with these other units on their flank. And his general here charging into my men to keep them from firing. Good move, I guess. Bringing over his other foot guard unit. And you can see Prussian Prince has fallen back. So this side of the field is quiet for the moment. Here's my cavalry. I had it over here just looking for an opening. Let's see what's going on back over here. Yep, here comes these foot guard. Now they're charging my men. And this unit's actually not going to be able to hold them. These guys, they're having some morale trouble with the general, but they're going to kill him here. So, last two of him, and I don't know if did we get him? Let's see. Nope. British general dead. There is the Prussian general, I believe, unless one of them was. Interesting. I don't know where he is. Maybe he already died. But these Old Guard up here and this unit turning to fire. Yes, I'm killing some of my own men, but those foot guards are going to die too. So, that's pretty much it. Sorry to my men for firing on you. That's just how it goes sometimes. Actually, probably not. Not supposed to go that way. But it happened. So now my whole army is free. We definitely took some losses. You can, see along here, especially over in this area. But besides that, he's got part of a foot guard unit left and his artillery, and I have the majority of my army, even a little bit of my cavalry here. So at this point, my cavalry here is going to charge that artillery. It's pretty much the remnants of Prussian Prince's army and Britain here. And then my army is going to come over. So at this point, we were pretty confident because I have the majority of my army. And that also, I have to mention, is largely in part to him coming on Prussia's flank over here and tying up some of those units. It would have been a closer fight had that not happened. Got my Old Guard there to support him in case Britain makes a move to knock him out quickly. But what Britain is doing now, he has no artillery. But he's going to form a nice box on this hill, so that really doesn't help him. If we really wanted to, we could have just shelled him all day till he was done. But at this point, we're just going to let my army get over here, and then we're going to move in. And he doesn't have much skirmishers either. Just this Lightfoot I see. I don't... And the Legion... No, that's just King's German Legion foot, not Lightfoot. So, yeah, just one unit here. You can see the rest of their forces coming in. My artillery starting to move over, but I doubt it gets anywhere near in range. Yeah, there they go. Don't think they did too much that battle. Fired quite a bit over in this direction. But now everything's coming over. These foot guards here, we're going to have to take them out. And I've got some old guard, Polish Legion skirmishers over here. So these guys really, they're just not going to really get anything done. Rest of my troops should start firing soon. Oh, there we go, moving up so that can happen. And now you can hear his men charging. And here comes the final volleys. Look at that. That took out quite a few of them, and they're just going to start quickly losing men as they charge. And that is the end of Prussia. So good game to Khrushchev. So now at this point, I've still got a few skirmishers, which Britain really does not. And I've got the two fairly sized ones over here. So that's another advantage aside from the artillery. So at this point it's looking pretty good. I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to watch a ton of walking. Over here you can see skirmishers moving up. Prussian Prince also has two there. He's moving up some of his lifeguard just a little bit there. And it looks like he actually might be engaging with them. Yep, over here he's got that angle of fire where these guys can't fire back. And causing some losses on the flank of this Highland foot. Very nice. See our skirmishers coming up. Soon they should start firing. They may be in range now, I'm not sure. Yep, there we go, they are in range. So this guy is now taking even more losses. He's either going to have to attack or withdraw some more. He's bringing over his skirmishers. We will speed it up once more. Yep, that artillery causing quite a bit of damage. One shell there took out quite a few guys. Now it's a skirmish with this light foot, which we are going to pretty quickly win, just because we've got way more guns firing in. You can see over here I've got a unit coming to attack this weaker backside. And pretty soon here we're just going to go ahead and charge. I believe this is the beginning of it. Yeah, Britain's trying to move out here. Here comes the Russian lifeguards. And it looks like he's just melee charging. Yep. We'll see if these guys get a volley. I doubt they do. There you go, lifeguards charging in. These Highland foot could have gotten a volley, but they're not going to. So some guard units there, right here. Look at that. They plowed through those foot units. And the morale in this army is just awful. And back here, skirmishers and troops running up to start firing. All of the line infantry here getting ready to charge. The artillery's firing. Is mine in range? Mine actually is almost in range here and going to fire soon too. And the last of my cavalry coming in as well. And then I believe at this point we said let's end this in style and just massive melee charge, because I do remember that about this battle. So these guys are going to charge down. And there it goes. Yep, look at that artillery shot. Got quite a few of them. And here comes the Russian and French troops. These British are like, yeah, we're not dealing with that. But their buddies are coming in anyways. And it's going to kind of pile up here, and in the back, Old Guard here just kind of plowed through them. Those guys are just chilling. Same with that Russian musketeer unit. Here comes the Dutch Guard Lancers. They were going to come in for the back. Hammer and anvil there. But that's a little bit late as everyone rounded, and our own artillery shot us there at the end. Yeah, you can see the crater from that there, killing a ton of our own men. But there's the stats for that battle. You can see Prussian Prince here killed a ton by coming and helping out with Prussia, and in the end, that's going to allow us to win here. And that's pretty much that. We'll check out my best unit being the Old Guard. I don't believe, yep, not Shogun. So we can't look at anyone else's stats there. But good game to our opponents. Hope you guys enjoyed that battle, and I will be back soon with more. Thank you for watching.